I'm not a morning person. By the time I actually get myself out of bed and ready to go to work, I have to leave for work that instant. I never eat breakfast at home, and I know I should. I know I need to eat breakfast. But even the options for eating breakfast on the run are usually some sort of bar-shaped food that's unappealing and maybe full of sugar. And what I'd really like is to have a little bit of protein and something that'll give me energy for the rest of the day. And so one of my favorite things to do for breakfast on the go is to pre-make mini frittatas. And they're really easy to do. Use a muffin tin. You basically put together whatever ingredients you have on hand with some eggs, bake them in a muffin tin, and then you have these little, single-sized omelets that you can put between English muffins, even just grab with a paper towel and eat in the car on the way. And I know that's the American way, is to eat while you're on the go, but that's the reality. So I'm going to show you how to do it. And what I do is, for this recipe, for a muffin tin of 12 frittatini, as I like to call them, I use 4 eggs. Not too many eggs, really. So I'm just going to beat them up like I was going to scramble them, or like I was going to make an omelet or any other frittata. Okay, once my eggs are beaten up, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of milk. It's just to keep them moist. And the frittata I'm going to make today is sort of a southwestern themed one. So I've got about 3 scallions chopped up, 1/4 cup of corn. This was just frozen corn that I've defrosted. I've got 1 roasted green chili, it's sort of a spicy one. This is a poblano, and I've also got 1/2 of a roasted red pepper. Got about 2 tablespoons of cilantro. And I like goat cheese in my frittatini, so this is probably about 2 ounces of goat cheese. I'm really only going to use maybe 1.5 ounces. And I'm also going to season it up with, I've got 1/2 teaspoon of cumin, 1/4 teaspoon of coriander, and 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne. And as always, a couple pinches of kosher salt. I'm going to go ahead and mix that up with my whisk. You don't need to bludgeon this to death, you just need to make sure it's well combined. I want to pour the egg mixture into a muffin tin, and I need to oil the muffin tin so they don't stick. So I'm just using a little bit of extra virgin olive oil or regular olive oil, and just using a pastry brush to brush the inside of each of the cups. If you like to use cooking spray, you can use that. You could use butter, whatever you like. And the nice thing about these is they're really versatile. You can put whatever you like in them. You could put in sausage, you could do an Italian style thing with tomatoes and basil and cheese. You could do a Spanish omelet, a Denver omelet, any sort of ingredients you would put in an omelet or a frittata, you can put in this. It's just a smaller version, and it's baked instead of done in a saute pan. So once these are all oiled, I'm just going to use a spoon. And you just want to fill up each cup to about 1/3 of the way full. You don't want to go all the way up because they're going to puff up a little as they bake, and you want to give them room so that they can do that. Once the pan's filled up, you're going to pop it into an oven at 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. And then once you're done, you can pop them out. You can have one right away if you'd like. But what I do is I stack them all in a plastic container in my refrigerator. And then in the morning, when I'm on the run and I need to go, I grab one out. If I have time, I throw it in the microwave and warm it up for about 30 seconds. Slap it onto an English muffin, or most of the time, I just eat it cold. It's really good cold too. Like a Spanish frittata, you can serve it warm or cold, so it's delicious either way. And I'll show you what they look like in about 25 minutes. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes and our frittatini are all ready. They're nice and cooked and they're ready to eat. And as you can see, I'm just gonna lift one out here with a knife. They're not stuck at all. They're a nice single portion size, kind of small and easy to grab on the run. They're nice and tender. They're chopped a block full of veggies and flavor, a little gooey cheesiness, and it's just a great thing for breakfast, or even throw this on top of some salad greens and it's a great late night supper too. Keep them in your fridge and you can have breakfast all week long.